What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after week 2 of the preseason here in year number 3 for our Columbus Aviators franchise, where the Aviators picked up their second straight loss of the preseason. And usually I don't put a whole lot of stock into preseason. We're really not seeing our starting players play a whole lot throughout the game. However, I'm starting to get concerned. Our defense is really not looking good. You know, we allowed 16 of 19 completions last week. And, you know, if we cannot defend the pass, it's going to be a long season for us. The other side is our running game really hasn't gotten in sync yet. That's something we've kind of been able to rely on over the past few seasons. And Bishop Sankey, although he hasn't played a whole lot, you know, we're not seeing our running game get into any kind of rhythm. We're not seeing holes open up with our offensive line. And it's something to be a little bit concerned about as we move forward. You know, we don't have Dexter McCluster anymore. We're going to need to see David Cobb step up a lot. And he did have a receiving touchdown last game, but the lack of explosiveness is obvious. You know, McCluster had big play potential. Whether he would have this season or not is a little doubtful. I'm not quite sure he still had the speed to make the big plays on the outside like we've seen him make. However, not having that in our arsenal is definitely a concern moving forward. We also saw Kendall Wright go down with an injury. Now, while this is bad news, we've seen Fitzgerald, Owusu, and Sutton all step up big time throughout the preseason so far, so that's something to feel a little bit okay about. Let's go ahead and check on that injury to Kendall right here. And he has a broken collarbone, down for 7 weeks, so he will miss time going into the regular season. Now, while that's a big blow to our offense, it's an opportunity. Again, we've seen Sutton make a big play in the preseason in week 1. We saw Fitzgerald have a very solid week 2 in the preseason, and Owusu's just always a solid option for us as well. He's made some big plays as well, so we have guys that we can put into that role and kind of see how they do. However, we might need to go ahead and sign somebody else. Looking at our depth chart, I don't think we have a whole lot of options here. And with that injury, we have 5 active players, which isn't bad, but getting a 6th would definitely be ideal, just as a precaution in case somebody else were to go down with an injury. I know throughout the preseason we've already seen some of our guys have to step into different roles. You know, you often see the running backs play wide receiver, which I don't like a whole lot, but it's something Madden does. You know, we don't really need somebody like big. They're going to be our 6th option. So we'll scroll down the list here a little bit, try to save on some money, see if we have a favorite that we could sign. An App State player or something of the sorts. You guys know I love my App State players. I wouldn't mind giving Derrick Rogers a chance if we don't see somebody else that kind of stands out. Here is a rookie, Akeem Griffin. Spread, he's a route runner. I definitely like to see that. Go through the list here a little bit. 78 catch, not thrilled with that, but that might be what we're looking at this point. Again, they're going to be a 6th on our depth chart, 7 when Kendall Wright comes back. So we don't really need like a world beater right now. We just need a guy that can get the job done in certain situations. 88 speed, all right. You know, not bad. It might be somebody worth giving a shot to. Let's scroll down a little bit. He went to Texas A&M, sitting at 5'11". See if anybody else stands out to us. Here is another rookie, Tavares Morgan. He's a red zone threat, 6'4". Okay, I see you. Let's see what we got here. Catch 84. All right. So it's a little bit better. Speed 91 is better. 94 jump. This guy definitely seems like the way to go here. Definitely pretty happy with what we're seeing from him. And again, just as a guy down the list that we might be able to develop over time, could definitely be a weapon for us and somebody to keep an eye on. So we'll go ahead and make that signing. Again, we've got a lot to prove in these next 2 games. You know, we need to see some other guys step up and make some big time plays. You know, we haven't really seen our defense do a whole lot yet. And it definitely has me worried going into the regular season. Next up, we have the Washington Redskins. Let's go ahead and see what they're working with right now. So go up this way, probably the quicker way here. Redskins and Jimmy Garoppolo going to be the starting quarterback for them. They have Darren Barnes, the second-year pro, behind him at running back. C.J. Anderson, that big free agent pickup that they had last season. Daryl Young going to be the fullback at wide receiver. Deshaun Jackson and Deterius Ellis, a 6'4" rookie wide receiver from Florida. Let's check out what he has to offer. 88 catch for a rookie. Definitely very solid there. Jumping 92, speed 94. This is definitely going to be a guy to keep our eye on as the years progress. Definitely looks like he is going to be a solid player in this league. Andre Holmes there, John Brown, Rashard Matthews, and Jamison Crowder at tight end. They have Eric Lewis, the second-year pro, with Luke Stalker behind him, and a rookie left tackle, 76 overall. So this Redskins team is doing a good job of putting some good rookies on the field, seeing guys start right off the bat. Overall, their offensive line, not really that good, though. Might be something that we can take advantage of. Ryan Kerrigan at left end, a great player. Malik Jackson, another very solid player. And then Terrence Knighton. So their defensive line is very solid. They picked up Mingo, a great option for him. They have Whitehead and Case Gordon, a guy that we are familiar with here. Interesting to see him there at middle linebacker. Right outside linebacker, Corey Lemonnier coming over. 76 overall for him. Xavier Rhodes, the big free agent pickup for them. We saw he was a free agent, and he ended up signing with the Redskins, teaming up with Chris Culver, another great cornerback. So they got some guys capable of making some plays. And then Tremont Sullivan, another rookie here with Jorge, I'm assuming, Ogletree. So they got some solid options. Breland down here is going to be hurt, so that's going to give those rookies more of an opportunity. They have Darian Stewart at free safety, Zeke Moda behind him, and Bernard Pollard at strong safety. So a lot of playmakers on this team. It's going to be interesting to see how they progress. How's Jimmy Garoppolo going to take the reins of this team? They gave him a rookie wide receiver that looks like he is going to be a star, and it's going to be fun to watch his career grow. Again, the Aviators have started off 0-2 so far in this preseason, and they really need to turn things around now. Again, I don't mind the losses in the preseason. However, I don't even mind our offensive struggles to get things going. Defensively, it's getting scary, though. We need to show the ability to break up some passes, put pressure, do solid coverage. And if we don't get that covered in this preseason, we could go into the regular season with a huge disadvantage and something that could prevent us from making the playoffs this season. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please smash that like button. It helps me out a lot. And I'll see you guys in week 3 as we take on the Washington Redskins. Later.